Hello, and welcome to Powerful Places Podcasts. I'm your host, Gary White, and today we have a conversation with Miquel Colon Bofill about a conference he attended in Denmark called From Crisis to Possibility. This is the second podcast in a wide-ranging series on conscious evolution, pointing the way to making a positive impact on the crises that confront our world. Talking today to Miquel, who has just come back from Denmark at a conference that's part of the Conscious Evolution initiative. I saw this announcement and it said Denmark 1813, and I thought, that's a strange typographical error. They must mean 2013. But indeed, they actually meant 1813. Tell us about Denmark 1813.
Yes, in fact, they were celebrating the 200th anniversary of a special moment in Danish history in which the country went into bankruptcy, and through the visionary leadership of some of the thinkers of their time, they could implement very good measures to go beyond this crisis, and it was suggested that could be an example for our present time, that we are also facing very global crisis, and some of this experience can be now shared, and we can learn from that period in the Danish history.
That's a wonderful idea. And what kinds of things were you discussing?
Well, many things. Through a very well-led dynamic of mainly led by the art of hosting, we were encouraged to discuss different questions, and through these questions, mainly the 3 days were divided in past, present and future, personally and also globally. And what was our story, our background, what is the present, how we see our present situation, and what is our vision for the future. And from that vision, what are the actions that we are, in a way, moved to implement in our lives and as a group.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious about the art of hosting. What does that mean?
Well, it's a movement that, in a way, they are suggesting that through conversations well-led and harvesting the knowledge or the talent of the people involved in these conversations, we can find better solutions for the problems we are facing. And they are very inspired also by another very similar movement, that is the World Cafe. They are like twin movements, and what they say is like harvesting the talent that is present in the group through this kind of dynamics.
So it's a harvest of ideas.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
That's fascinating.
It is really fascinating. I didn't know either about this movement, and I was really impressed by the talent and the creativity of the people leading the process in such a nice way.
And this is a movement that is in Denmark, or is it wider than that?
I think that is wider than that. It's international movement.
Uh-huh. And the other was a World
Cafe.
Cafe. Aha. which is another movement doing a similar kind of thing.
Exactly. Like bringing people together to have conversations that are with the aim of finding collectively solutions, and in this way bringing the talent and ideas and generating processes that can transform and bring change. And
you must have then participated in several of these conversations, as it were. Can you tell us about one or so of those?
oh yes, of course. I will try to make some examples of each day. For instance, the first day that was about our story, and maybe the main question that day was to try to remember a moment in our life that was necessary to make a fundamental change, and in a sense what can help us in this process, and how can we help each other in these times. And several people then we discussed in small groups, but then several people were offered the possibility of sharing in the whole group, and they were sharing very deep transformational stories. That was from the first day. That was in a sense our past, and what was bringing us to the
all of your individual pasts kind of brought together.
yes. And then the second day was, we could say, discussing about the present moment, the present situation in our personal lives, and in humanity as a whole, and how we see it. And it was, we could say, the main activity that was bringing the special guest panel in the center of the group, and they were given the task of trying to find what, in their point of view, was the fundamental question that humanity should ask, or could help, if we ask this question, could help us move through our present situation.
And did you find that question?
Well, there were some suggestions of possible questions. One of them, for instance, how can humanity learn to work better together? And another suggested question was, will humanity be in time to raise an awareness of the unifying field? That's were some of the suggested questions.
Will we arrive at a point where we can live together and not destroy the planet?
Exactly.
And ourselves.
Yes, that's and to reach this point, some of the guests were suggesting that we need to raise our awareness of this unifying field, that and through experiencing this kind of awareness, then our behaviors will change fundamentally from deep inside, not from moral or ethics. It's
not from outside.
Yeah. And from the third day was more a kind of practical dynamics of people who had projects or ideas that was encouraged to go in front of the group and explain the idea or project that they wanted to share, and people who were attracted to this kind of project were meeting in small groups and could discuss and see ways of helping each other and moving forward.
I know that Barbara Marx Hubbard is prominent in this, and she's certainly one of my heroes at the moment. I've often said, if that's what 83 looks like, and she is 83 years of age, I can hardly wait. But what was her part in this?
Yes, in fact, she was invited to come personally to the meeting, but unfortunately she could not come physically, but she, through Skype, was leading one of the sessions, and she lived all the atmosphere of the whole place.
I can imagine.
And she led us through some of the dynamics, and she was very clear in giving the idea that we can each ask the question of what is our gift to the shift, and in the sense gave three very clear steps. That one is asking very deep inside what is the purpose of your life, then find a project that aligns with this purpose, and then find the people who can collaborate in bringing this project alive.
Harvesting ideas, that goes along with her idea of what works.
Yes, that's
an important concept for her, is the idea of finding out what works in people's experience widely, and implementing that. So I can imagine that this process of hosting that you're talking about is really
inspired
working,
in the same, yes,
working in that same way.
Yes, she has developed a kind of model that she gives the name of wheel of co-creation, that she divides human activity in 12 spheres of activity, and in each of them she encourages all of us to look to what is working, and from there share this knowledge and implement and see the ways of all of these projects that are already existing can support each other and converge and bring another level of possibilities together.
It sounds inspiring. It sounds very positive. I have to ask the question, how do we get from where we are to there? That is, how do we get from simply talking about these wonderful ideas to having them really implemented in the world?
I think that even just the first step is, even now what we are doing, just talking about them, it's, I think, a way of starting moving toward their implementation. I think, but of course...
preparing the ground,
yes,
as it were.
Exactly. And with this impulse of wanting them to come in practical form, and seeing ways of co-creating with others, and just looking for the projects that can be at that time the appropriate in our surrounding. I think this is the first steps to move forward.
These are wonderful ideas, and I can hardly wait to see them actually implemented in the world.
Yes, they are already blossoming in many, many ways, and this kind of meeting that we had was a very, very beautiful expression. Through the photos, maybe you can share.
Yes, we'll see some photos, I'm sure.
The place was of astounding beauty. In fact, there were three central themes in the whole meeting. That one of them was also, apart from crisis to possibility, inspired by Barbara Hubbard mainly. The second, as you mentioned, 200th anniversary of the 1813 Denmark crisis. And the third one was also an homage to Kierkegaard, the Danish philosopher, who was really very inspired in this surrounding by the beauty of the nature, and he had very deep transcendent experiences there, and in a way they wanted also to make an homage to this philosopher that was so inspiring also for the Danish society.
Yes. Well, it's wonderful. I thank you for sharing some of this with us. There will be things online where you can go and see more about this wonderful idea of conscious evolution, the next step. Go to www.powerfulplaces.info and look for Miguel's guest blog post called From Crisis to Possibility. You will find links to other sites there.